So now you guys are looking at my RSA. So we just to recap, Smart Docs can be found just underneath transactions. So your main focus is going here in the RSA is going to be transactions. The e-signature is the only feature that is under Smart Docs. So just to kind of recap on that, okay? And
Mhm.
then right underneath is our coming soons. Let's talk about coming soons a little bit. So this is really a nice, a forum where we can share our listings to other states. We are under Home Smart, and all of our Home Smart families can share their listings here. There's one here in Lake and Hills, Illinois. We recognize that. We have, Arizona, we have California, we have Georgia. So it is nice to share our listings. You never know if there's an outside buyer and another agent from HomeSmart that, wants to sell your house. I've been looking at a house in Texas here for one of my clients, my seller clients that are going to be moving to Texas. And there is you know, there is a listing in Texas that it kind of caught my eye because it's fairly close to a location where she wants to move for. So just, um, as I mentioned, I really do encourage you guys to list your your listings in there, coming soon's listings. Any questions that, any fields that you guys want me to, cover in the RSA as far as like marketing? Um, Smart Tools
Anna,
is,
Anna,
yes.
excuse me, before you leave the coming soon, do we have to wait for the signed paperwork to put it in there
So are
legally?
you meaning like, would it be in the PLN if you don't have anything signed?
No.
Or what do you mean? If you
No, so I have one coming, but I don't have it signed yet.
you have to
I
have it signed.
Okay, that
It
was my
serves as
question.
the rules like in the
That's fine.
MLS. Before we market it, we have to have a listing agreement signed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hmm. Yeah.
I just wanted to verify. Thank you.
Yeah. Um, So any within the marketing, the smart tools are attached to your listings. So the smart tools will, when you have listings, I don't have any listings here, but if I would have a listing, Smart Tools provides me three options to promote this listing. It provides a little small, like a short video through like YouTube, and then it provides a photo gallery with based on the the photos, the professional photos that you uploaded in the MLS. Keep in mind that all the photos and the property details are integrated with the MLS with RSA. So when you create that listing, it's going to ask you for that MLS. And then now it's going to integrate all the photos that you do have in the MLS. Okay. And then it provides a gallery. And really nice soft music, behind it. It's nice to share with your seller and said, hey, this is just a gallery that, of the photos that we took of your house, and makes you look great to your seller too, because they know that you're behind their marketing as you promised for at their listing presentation. Okay. Um, I do want to, they're incorporating a franchise is incorporating, or corporate is incorporating a lot of new stuff under the manage agent site. So there's new header photos here that we can change. I do, if you guys haven't already, please update this. If you have your updated, your bio, create that bio, copy and paste it in here. If you have any external site links, I'm working on mine, updating it, because I had it, I had one domain, and then I'm actually creating another domain because I'm actually just, publicized it like my LLC. So I'm going to be updating this information. If you haven't already, input all your social URLs in here, your social media URLs. What it looks like is that, when you go into your your website, it looks fuller. It looks like there's more to tell about you as the agent. Okay, so your bio shows up right here, and your social links show right here, right underneath your photo.
And
so they
Ashish
can,
is asking, does RSA pull all other information from MLS listing as well?
as far as what, like the property details.
Probably the photos,
The
details,
photos, the property
everything.
details,
Yeah.
it doesn't pick up like tax information or anything like that. It just really does like you know, um, your your marketing aspect of it,
Okay.
but definitely the property details. It does pull up. So like if I go in, let me just go back and let's see if I just, well, no, it vanished because I did have a sale here, but it closed on Monday, so it's vanished. So every time when you pull up that RSA does integrate with the MLS and it does pull up the property details of it. Yes. Um, so any questions that you would like to ask or anything in specific that you guys would like to learn? I just went into the marketing design center, and there's all sorts of flyers, there's all sorts of resources here, my friends, to really you know um get those promotions going, especially right now where it's a little slow. There's flyers, there's email signatures, there is consumer marketing, corporate materials, there's brand guides, logo files. I mean, go in there and start
Farm a
promoting
neighborhood with market stats.
the market stats. Absolutely. I mean, as far as the website goes and any other marketing, this is pretty much what we offer, right? I mean, there's all sorts of, vendors that do um do provide like marketing stuff. I get hit with all the time, especially now that they know that I'm doing this for Home Smart Connect, and there's all sorts of vendors. So it really is up to you. This is just RSA provides a good window, but not that, if you want more advanced and customizable and everything, I would recommend for anybody to work with an outside resource. This is pretty much, what we offer at Home Smart Connect. And to be honest with you,
And
I've came
Ordonis
from
is asking, are we able to see past marketing videos on a property that has closed?
if we were the listing agent or we're not the listing agent, I guess I would have to know a little bit of more
She
specifics
says
on.
yes.
Yes, if we were, we can market anything that we have sold as long as we're on the listing side. Right? I
Right.
think we can say sold when we did represent the buyer in a flyer. We can definitely do that. But as far as like more in the details, the property details, I think I want to say, and maybe Sonia can help me here. I want to say there is some guidelines there.
I didn't really hear the question. What was the question about the guidelines?
If we can promote on a property that has closed. I know that if we were in the listing
Oh.
side, we can promote it. I know that there's some guidelines when it comes to when we are in the buy side.
Yeah, if you're on the buy side, you can only promote it with the permission of the seller, the listing agent. So you would have to have some kind of email saying that they approve you to promote it on Facebook or even, take a photo in front of it saying, sold. So you just
Yes.
you just need right. So you need this listing side only unless you have permission from the listing side because you got to think that agent is paying for all the photos. It's their client's home. So we have to ask permission. But so the answer is not no. The answer is just ask for permission. And then if
Mhm.
they say no, then you cannot.
Thank you. Any other questions that you guys would like us to cover? As far as I did want to point out downloads. So if you guys can see my screen downloads, Sonia, said that we can see any form that we have, whether it's in our agent dashboard or our broker MLS, or in the MLS under broker forms, we can see them under downloads. So if you are, let's say we are looking for that smart title compensation statement, As soon as you type in smart, everything that has been titled with smart title is here. Okay. You can filter these documents if you want just buyer contract forms. You can just do buyer contract forms. Let me just check these and erase this. So it shows up anything that has to do with buyer. Basically buyer is the keyword, and it shows your purchase agreement, your 8.0, your appraisal gap, your buyer rep modification, your escalation addendums, and all that good stuff. Anything that has to do with the buyer side. If you are looking for let's say office forms, that's another one. Let me uncheck the buyer. The office forms, right? Where do we go to find that broker to broker referral? It's right here, that late paperwork. Let's talk about late paperwork. What is that late paperwork? I know I don't really like to promote it because I really want to emphasize that we do have 48 hours to turn in all of our paperwork and submit it to the RSA. But in case you do need this, I'm going to share it here. It is a late submission of paperwork explanation. As a teacher's point of view, I used to be a teacher. I would tell you this is, kind of like you're in the naughty list, right? And you're asking for forgiveness. So why was it late? Say like I had to use this myself at one point because my seller was just doing wet signatures and he was hard to um he had his 102-year-old mom living with him, and they were going through some like family emergencies, and so I had a listing agreement, but I didn't have all the listing agreement and disclosure signed. It was kind of like in bits and pieces. So I was waiting for all that to be submitted together. And so I explained to myself in this late paperwork explanation what was the scenario. So keep in mind that the compliance team only knows the story based on the pieces that you upload, based on the documents that you upload. So if anything that does help explain why it was late or why you're submitting this, please, be as specific because they'll piece it all together and be like, okay, this is why. So yeah, I did explain on this paper on this explanation that it was a little one of those scenarios where it was all with signature and I had to wait for disclosures to get signed and another day be signed, so but
I'm
if
not
you
sure if
guys
you're
need
seeing it on your side, but we can't see your form yet. It seems like it's still loading.
oh brother, I see it in my side. Let's see your your screen sharing.
You know,
um, I think Acrobat is acting a little quirky. That's what it was happening to Sonia. Give me 1 second. Let me try to.
maybe try again or close it and try and
Yeah.
open it again.
Yeah, I think Acrobat kind of
It
like
seems like it's stuck. There we
do
go.
you guys there you
Bingo.
go.
You
Okay.
got it.
Yes. Acrobat gives you like the actual form and so yeah, there you go. So this is what the late submission paperwork explains. It's just for you to um explain your scenario so they can understand and not get charged. Like I said, I don't want, this to be used. We don't want this to be used as to kind of get out of jail card, but if it's one of those scenarios like mine, please, there is that late submission of paperwork explanation to avoid any charge in your transaction.
Can you also show us where to find the seller's agreement?
Sure. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. The seller's
So the
sign.
seller's agreement can be found in two places.
Yeah, the seller's agreement can be signed in two places, but if we're in the RSA, if I enter seller, sellers, is it like sellers or seller? I think I did something here. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Let me try this way.
Actually, I tried the same thing and it did not work for
And
me.
it
That's
didn't
why I
work,
put it.
right? So I think
Yeah.
it's RSA or something, or thank you.
And under
Um,
seller's contract forms, I don't
yeah,
see
seller.
the exclusive right to sell agreement there.
You are very right. You see everything else, but not the exclusive right to sell. So that's a good point. I'll put it in there as soon as we're done with this meeting, and we should have it there. Now, let me just go into another thing. What if I do exclusive?
That might be the right keyword.
Um, or listing. Actually, I have seen it under listing. Maybe if I say listing, is it in here? Listing
There we go.
agreement,
Yeah,
HSC. So I think the key word for that is listing.
not seller.
Okay.
And not seller. Yes, correct. Yes, because it's so there is a listing agreement, HSC, which is Home Smart Connect broker signed. That is the one that is already signed by Sandy herself. The one that is not, no Sandy, it's not signed by Sandy. As we were mentioning before, all the new licensees have to go through their mentors and their designated managing broker, who is Mario, and he will assign all their documents on on their behalf as their managing broker. Okay, here's the amendment to listing. So I think for any sellers, just seller stuff, I think you should um utilize the keyword listing. Okay, but maybe we can change it a little bit just to have it sellers. Okay. So yeah, this is under downloads right on towards the bottom. I wish it was organized a little better and it would be a little bit more here, maybe, below transactions. So, they don't get shuffled down, down here, but it is found under downloads. So any document is found under downloads. All of our documents are also found in our agent dashboard. Can you guys see my agent dashboard here?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, under right here, all of our documents are sorted out very nice here. They're also, I'm going to share my MLS and go into my MLS really quick here. And they are available under broker forms. And I really do thank Sonia for organizing this very well. It's updated. All of the 2026 forms are here. They've been revised. Everything is in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for that appraisal gap addendum, you'll see it right here. If you're looking for the BMO Harris deposit instructions, it's here, alphabetical order. So, and you'll just go straight and, scroll down and look for, for instance,
And you
that
can find the
seller,
listing agreement there as well,
the
too,
listing
right?
agreement as well, and under the else. And it's
Uh,
right,
That one might be
listing
exclusive.
forms. Maybe it might be. Yeah, you're right. We're learning on this together. Wait, hold on.
Yep, that one,
Exclusive right
exclusive
there. So,
listing
yep.
agreement. Yeah,
Yeah, exclusive listing agreement. Yep. Mm-hmm. Exclusive listing agreement. Yeah, so all the exclusive stuff like the rental listing agreement, the regular listing agreement is under the ease.
so I guess it
Okay.
depends which keyword you're using on
Yeah, I know for downloads,
on which
it's usually
platform.
kind of,
Yeah,
because if you're searching on the search bar, I usually do listing and then buyers.
right,
Or compensation. I know we did include like compensation. We also included the keyword commissions because we still use commission statements, right?
right.
That word. So yeah, it really just depends, but just the nice thing is that there's 92 folders, but they're very well organized. So I
Yeah,
would definitely, explore the MLS, and our broker forms in the MLS. So as I always wrap up with, with my trainings, I always say we're giving you the toolbox, right? And get to know your tools inside your toolbox. So your agent dashboard is your toolbox. Everything that you need is here. Within that toolbox, you'll obviously your Connect MLS is your main tool, and then your documents and your RSA are your other main tools as well.
So another
For quick,
question back to Real
mhm,
Smart Agent is,
mhm.
N. Ordonis is asking, I wanted to see the marketing in RSA, meaning the YouTube video of a closed listing where I was the listing agent. I didn't order a video. Is that video automatically produced? And then she said smart tools.
Yes, so as you can see, when that listing is still active, you can see those tools. When it's closed, unfortunately, you can't. So what I would recommend is as soon as you have a listing and you want to utilize those tools for any future references and stuff like that, I would download the video or download the flyer or anything like that and store it into like a folder in your desktop or wherever you keep your transactions, right? But it doesn't store them in there because the storage in the RSA only keeps it while it's live. Does that make sense? While it's like active. Any other questions?
Nope, so far we're good.
No, so far we're good. Okay, are we anything that you wanted me to cover?
I think that's it, really. I don't think I know anything else. Anybody else have any other questions they want to ask Anna while we still have her?
I do want to just um remind you guys that we do have our Markful marketing items here in our agent dashboard. And I'm going to go in there. This is our vendor for our merch, right? For our merchandise. And this store is exclusively for Home Smart Connect. So all the logos and, everything that is required in our merchandise is already here. So I would, if you guys are planning to order your new signs for this new year, right? I would order them from here as well.
And it's already
Any
branded with our new
and it's already
logos.
branded, it already sized, and each office is independently owned, I'm sorry, and it has the housing logo and the Realtor logo as well. So, this is very nice because and the prices are super reasonable. If I go into the business cards, look at you can get 200, cards for 26 bucks, right? Like, and the signs are very, very reasonable too. We do recommend for your signs, the 18 by 24 is a little small. I have to, I have viewed them in person. I would suggest a 30 by 24. The 36 by 24 is nice and long. But the 30 by 24 just gives you that just perfect sizing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
like that
so and
size. Yes.
they're fairly reasonable. You can customize it however you want. And they're very you can, add a QR code, you can add your picture, you don't have to add your picture. So and they're already comes with everything. I know there's a lot of vendors out there, but it does get a little tricky, and I do help a lot of agents when they go elsewhere and how do I upload my photo and what do I need about, the DBA or so this just makes it all, easier, because it has all of our information already in there. You just
Like
have to
one-stop
enter
shop.
your
Yeah.
information. Exactly. You just have to customize it to you. Upload your photo, the text box. So let's say I'm gonna pick this here. Obviously, I'm going to when I'm going to personalize it, I have to choose things. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go here. The most grommets. Grommets are these hose that are going to be attached to the sign. Okay, so I do recommend add top grommet hose for it to have those be held to the post. Okay, so there's $2 extra. There is some that you can add grommets on the top and the bottom for any writers that you wish to put on the bottom. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm just going to start personalizing it here. It's going to ask me to upload my picture, but I'm not going to upload my picture for just time's sake. But so if I click on this, it provides a text box where I'm going to be entering my name, so um and then the last name and then my phone number.
Yeah, and it's great because it shows you real time what it's going to look
Yeah,
like.
real time right there and then.
Yeah.
Additional information, whether I have a website or whatnot, and then I click on the little picture icon and upload my picture from here. So it's very easy friendly, my friends. I know that, there's other vendors that have really nice designs, but again, a lot of the vendors do not have the updated logo. So you'll run across to, uploading and, that logo. So just to play it safe, we already have everything here for Home Smart Connect. Okay.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I did want to also summarize this with, if you haven't already, we are in renewal year. So if you can't, do we still have space in our in-person training
There
on
are
next week?
13 seats left as of Tuesday. So I don't
Okay.
know if, that number has changed since Tuesday, but
Sure, sure.
today's
So
Thursday.
if you can't make it February 17th, if you haven't registered for continuing education, please do so.
Right.
I would recommend to go into our CE shop, and this is our CE shop here. I'm getting a lot of emails and phone calls on people freaking out that they need to do continuing education, and if we have a promo code.
And we do. I
So
just
we
posted a
do.
promo
It's
code today.
yeah. So we do. This shop here is exclusively for HomeSmart Connect. So there's always going to be discounts for our agents if
Mhm.
you want to do it online as well.
Absolutely.
Okay,
And remember, IDFPR has already opened the portal as of yesterday for your renewals, but you have to have continuing education completed before you can renew.
correct.
Can I
Awesome.
ask how many of us have already finished our continuing education on this call? Maybe you can type in the chat and just say yes or yeah, okay, awesome.
Awesome. Good for
Hands up.
you.
Awesome, yes, very good. So we have a few
Awesome.
people who have already completed. That's
That's
fantastic.
awesome. Good
Yeah,
for you. Fantastic.
yeah.
Been
And once you
fantastic.
are completed with your continuing education, then you can go ahead and renew. And please be sure to send a copy of your license to the front desk at homesmartconnect.com, so that
Hmm.
they have a copy of your new renewed license on file.
Correct. Thank you so much. Yep. Thank you. All right. Well, I think that's going
I
to
think
wrap
that
up
covers
our
it.
meeting
Yes. Thank you
here.
so much, Anna. I
Hmm.
appreciate
Oh,
your help
absolutely.
today.
Anytime. So just as a reminder, the training videos, like today's training videos, are also stored here in our agent dashboard towards the bottom where it says training video studio. And if you click on it, it usually populates the next day, as long as YouTube doesn't take us down for something.
Right.
But but they're all stored in here too. Okay. Well, thank you so
Absolutely.
much, my good friends, and then I will see you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for attending.